Hi, we're gonna do a garden walkthrough of my Central Florida permaculture, whatever. So let's get to it. This is just a hibiscus we got. Don't even really know what kind because it was someone shipped us something and shipped us the wrong plant, so we got a free hibiscus.
Wait, no, wasn't it Rose of Sharon?
She said she didn't know. She just said it's a hibiscus. She shipped the wrong plant, so we got a free hibiscus.
It does produce white flowers, though.
Yeah,
it's budded. What, a few times, but only 2 flowers?
Yeah, it's produced a couple flowers, and the bumblebees are all over. The bees are like, bigger than my thumb, big old fat bumblebees. You can hear them when they come through like a helicopter. This is my katuk, and I'm not sure with this curly leaf crap if it's like a fungus or a mold or something, but that isn't normal, and 3 of them have it, and the only one of my katuk plants that don't have it is the one that's in direct sunlight. And I'll show y'all that, and that one actually looks gorgeous. I don't know if you've looked at the variegated katuk recently. That I can't wait for that thing to get large. It's gonna be a beautiful plant.
So the flowers.
Yeah, look, I completely forgot that katuk, which I'm growing it to eat the leaves. I forgot it also makes an edible berry that isn't supposed to be super flavorful, but it's supposed to have a very nice crunch to it, and it is supposed to be pleasant, but not like super sweet or nothing. You don't grow this for the berry, you grow it for the leaf. But the berry is supposed to be pretty okay. Nothing to write home about though. But it is beautiful, and I can't wait for, hopefully when it gets more mature, it grows out of whatever the heck is going on with its leaves. But it looks beautiful with the leaves. It grows under the flowers, and the berries will dangle like little ornaments.
Aww.
The stem. Yeah, and they look beautiful. I've seen pictures, they look beautiful. And I mean, you can already see how pretty the flowers are under there.
I don't know who dressed you today.
Who, me?
But you are something.
I just got out of the shower and I threw on something comfy. I didn't even know we were coming out here. I'm comfy. I'm clean and comfy. Alright, this is, what's this called?
Chayote.
Oh yeah, chayote. It's a Mexican squash. But what's better, why this I like in Florida more than other kinds of squash. Like I love yellow squash and butternut squash and stuff. But this is a perennial. Like this isn't you just grow it through the fall or whatever. Like it might drop its leaves there in winter, but it'll come back next year. I only had to plant this once. And one plant is supposed to make more than a family can eat. It's supposed to produce an insane amount. I got 2 more.
Do they grow from
What is he doing? What are you doing? I've never seen that. He's never wanted to go up there. I threw sticks trying to get him on top. He never wanted to go up. Now
he's scared.
Now he's king of the hill. He's scared. He's having a time.
So the chayote, is it going to produce flowers on the vine, or is it going to be underground like a potato?
Oh no, this is so yeah, it's going to produce flowers on the vine. It's going to produce a little squash that's going to dangle from the vine.
Aww.
Yeah, it's not a vegetable. And man, you can't really see even how much growth it has, but like I got to come out here and mess with it because look, it's growing towards the ground.
Oh God.
Yeah, it sends out these little tendrils.
Little tendrils.
Cool, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, this thing, it's still tiny. Yeah, when it's full grown, it'll take up the entire fence. Like this thing is still small. This will take up, and if you let it, it'll take over the neighbor's wooden fence too. They get monstrous.
What are you doing?
Oh,
what are you doing? So James signed up for the chip drop how long ago?
I signed up for a while and I didn't get nothing. As soon as I put a $40 tip, I got one like the next day. So if you really, really, really want some wood chips, put the $40 tip on and you'll have some wood chips really quick.
And this was like super fine, you said?
Oh yeah, this stuff is really nice.
It smells like cherries.
I don't know if his blades were dull or what, but it's almost, some of it's almost powdery. So this is gonna break down super fast. Yeah, I love this wood chips. I couldn't be happier with it, and it had a very, very high leaf content in it. So.
And shrubs, it looks like, no, it looks like shrubs of some kind.
That's what it looked like. He did, looked like the guy did some yard clearing, and it was mostly shrubs, so there's a lot of green material too, and this thing is cooking too. If you dig into it, it is really hot. Got some little papayas, these are none that's hard to write home about yet. They're still small, but we got a monster over here. We got pigeon peas, which I have everywhere.
Yeah, sort of our new favorite plant because the leaves, first of all, are soft, super soft, super soft. Like, oh my God.
Like a bunny's ear.
Yeah.
Like really soft.
soft and they grow so fast.
They're perennial. They live about, what, 2, 3, 4, 5 years max. But they produce a bean. This is a bean plant, but it's a tree. And we'll show you a bigger one. We have a bigger one over by the house. It's a, 15 foot tall now. It's a tree. And it produces legumes.
We have a fig.
I stepped on that freaking fig yesterday.
Did you?
It was flat against the ground. I just,
always yell at the dogs.
I know. I didn't mean I was putting mulch everywhere, and I accidentally stepped on it, and I propped it back up, and it looks like it's going to be alright. I hope that I didn't kill it because I stepped on it.
We got some ornaments on these shrubs. The green ornaments, these are the Tabasco peppers.
Yeah,
I love them.
And we just harvested
Family
these.
loves them.
We just harvested these a couple days ago. Picked every pepper we could see off, and they're already
There's
covered.
some yellowing down here.
I just hit it with the nitrogen, or I just hit it with the fertilizer yesterday, which is just like a nasty compost tea.
I hope this, sorry for interrupting you, but I hope this lychee does good because I want a lychee tree.
My goodness, them lychees are so good.
They're so good.
And the longans, I got longans started too that are doing alright. The longan, it's growing slow, but I think the lychee will be alright. It should be okay. But yeah, all the peppers is another pigeon pea.
So were these planted at the same time?
These are planted at exactly the same time.
So this one is a little bit more in the shade.
Almost, yeah, this thing's almost double the height.
A little bit more in the shade, and this one's just bam.
And this is still tiny. I mean, what's the diameter on the other ones? Like, it's huge. And it has a lot of factors. It could do with how much mulch I put down, which kept more moisture on the roots. There's all kinds of things that can, factor. We got a little pineapple back there that ain't nothing. I just, threw it
Stuck
in there.
it in there.
Yeah, and it will grow
I haven't
here in
even
Florida.
looked at your dragon.
Yeah, the dragon fruits are growing. It keeps getting attacked every once in a while by ants. But then I wish I can get, and I haven't seen them in a couple weeks, but for a while I had a spider that was an ant mimic. And I didn't realize it looked like an ant. And I noticed it a couple times over the days, and I would go and peek, and it would jump off. And then I finally got a good look at it, and it's a little spider, but it looks like an ant. And I think he's there eating ants, because the ants are attracted to that. And so I have been having ant problems, and I think it was this little spider that looked exactly like an ant. And every time, and it would look at me and then jump off the thing and jump onto the ground. Anywho, enough about that. We got more peppers. This is supposed.
Please stand it up.
This is supposed to be Tabasco. Why are they so long?
I think they're Thai, maybe.
Oh, maybe this is Thai. I thought it was Tabasco. This is my big
The
old,
biggest papaya.
The monster of papaya. Look, I can't even wrap my hand around this. Like, big old looking thing, and it feels cool. It feels like it's like scaly. But,
And it's flowering too.
Flowering, and I think one of the flowers already got pollinated and closed up.
Aw.
Yeah, so maybe we'll, it looked different this morning actually. So it's actually changed its shape quite a bit from this morning. Oh wait, here's another one, look. See? Look, I think that's going to start forming a fruit. See how it closed up? I don't know, I could be wrong. But that looks like a fruit. And I don't know if this is the yellow dwarf or red dwarf, but either way, this is supposed to be good. And this is it shouldn't get too much taller than this. Dang, this video is going to be like a 20-part video. We ain't even got started yet. We got a rosemary there, which is like, it's just a herb anyone can grow almost anywhere in America, I guess. It's like
We tried. We had one in San Diego that was humongous, and it was dry.
Yeah, we tried to kill that thing, and it was like, it would not die. Another pineapple is doing a lot better because I didn't treat it as bad as the other one. I got more I only bought one dragon fruit, and I got, I don't know, 5 dragon fruit around these yards, and it's all from that one dragon fruit. Things happening. I accidentally hit it with a weed whacker once and all the cuttings, but I got another dragon fruit over there. More papayas.
This is all sweet potatoes.
All sweet potatoes.
Here.
Oh, and I dug some of it up. I'll show some other ones though that are a little bit easier to get to. Got the Mexican sunflower that I just chopped and grew from cuttings. This is like just for a few months. I just grabbed it off my plant, threw it in here, in a few months it got this big. Which is the fertilizer to feed all the plants. That's what this plant does, is feed other plants. You got a little yellow pear tomato, which is, oh nice, I see more tomatoes on it already. Okay, it's starting to produce a little bit. I got one there, one over there. These can take the heat of Florida really well. We can't really grow big tomatoes here. You gotta grow like little cherry tomatoes and stuff. I need to get some Everglades, more papaya. And this is the only Katuk in my entire property that looks alright, and it's the only one that has enough sun, I think. And I can't wait for this thing, you know, I'm gonna let this thing get big. That is beautiful.
Looks like it's already, yep, it has flowers.
Oh, nice. And this is the one I neglected, never watered, never did nothing. It's just the sun that it gets. It's happy here. And the sweet potatoes, I think yeah, that cranberry got kind of crowded out. That's
yeah.
Alright. I got too much cranberry hibiscus. I already have too much anyways. But we got our dwarf Cavendish, so these taste just like the ones you get from the store. They just stay smaller, you know. They get about yay big. They don't get gigantic and, you know, blot out the sun.
Here's a little bit of a mess. We got some water tanks that we have to move around backyard.
It's always in a state of things moving around. There's no way to get out of that state. Like, it's always going to look a little bit messy. Yeah.
Oh, it has a big old pup.
Yeah, and there's a pup. And I just put this thing in the ground not even that long ago.
Pupperino!
And we only bought one. The same thing. We bought one. What did we spend? $15 for one.
No, I think it was 10.
$10? It was $10 for one pot. And we got the 2 bananas out of the one pot separated. And now this other banana already has another pup. So that's a good $10 invested. I got some little chaya, some cuttings from a bigger chaya over on the fence. I got 2 cuttings there, and they've been in the ground now for about a month, so I think they've rooted and they're doing their thing.
More
Hold on, look at this.
sweet potatoes.
Yeah, more sweet potatoes. Let's see if we can't. Look at that.
Oh wow.
And look at this. This is what's crazy. Is like it's just like beach sand. There's no nutrients. There's no organic matter. Sweet potatoes are kind of crazy. You can grow you can grow sweet potatoes. If you say you can't, you're wrong. And they're got them all over the place. And these are our Thai chilies. These are different than the other ones. And we have 3 in here. It's hard to tell, but there's 3 plants. They just kind of all grown together. And we picked these just the other day too, and you know they got more than that.
More sweet potatoes.
More fucking sweet potatoes. There's sweet potatoes everywhere. I got some more peppers over there that I don't really care about. More sweet potatoes. Got the cassava, which is this. Well, I'm just gonna show this one. It's easier to get to. This is the cassava. This one's doing a lot better than that one over there. I didn't really realize this cranberry hibiscus was gonna take over and blot out the sun for it.
Yeah.
You live and you learn, but this cranberry hibiscus is definitely the fastest grower on the property. And
besides the pigeon.
well, by mass, I think this is heavier. Maybe?
I don't know.
It's close. But you eat them. I don't know. They're a little bit sour and they taste slightly of berries, but like without the sugar. And sometimes they're better, sometimes they're a little bit more sour. You never really know. You have the miracle tree or the moringa. You eat the leaves. It's the most nutrient dense plant on earth. We've never seen a leaf come right out of there. But it also creates edible pods and all that, and it grows like an absolute weed here in Florida. Like I've been cutting it and cutting it and cutting it, and it's just been growing like crazy. Got a mulberry, which is also growing like crazy. This is an everbearing.
I don't know how long ago you did an update video, but this
forever.
has grown quite a lot.
Oh yeah, this has gotten ginormous since the last video I did.
We tried planting some marigolds.
That's the only one alive.
Down here, and it's the only one alive. I don't know if it likes it. It looks like some of the flowers.
No, the flowers are gonna die.
Yeah.
But the plant looks happy. Yeah, this one looks like it might actually take hold. I don't know what happened to the other ones. Got my Fakahatchee grass, which went to seed, so I thought it was gonna die, but it started growing back. I love it. So that's just a compost stuff. This is another one that I started from a cutting maybe this big or so. Like I just cut from my other taller one over on the fence. I cut a little piece maybe 3 months ago, maybe, and stuck it in the ground, and it grew from that. This one I actually hammered in with a hammer and it got smashed. I just wanted to see how much abuse it could take. And it grew from a smashed piece of stick. It got smashed by the hammer. So these things are tough as nails.
Yeah.
More peppers that I thought were dead, and I kind of don't really actually know where they came from. These kind of came out of nowhere. You got the ice cream bean tree over here. Makes these big pods, and they have this material in them that's supposed to taste like vanilla ice cream. I don't know. We'll find out in a year or two when it gets big enough. More sweet potatoes. I just dug up some sweet potatoes over here. Got a Suriname cherry, just a growing, looking nice and happy. That thing's always looked happy though. I got a grape right here. It's just hard to see going up this fence. That's why I got some of the sweet potatoes out, because their roots were encroaching way too close. But I got that one from air layering this one, which I planted all jacked up, and it was gonna die. So I air layered it by putting soil around the vine in a Ziploc bag, and it produced roots, which I'm doing again. I can show you the roots. It's an easy way to multiply your grapes. This is my Mexican tree spinach, also known as chaya. You can eat these. You can eat a few of these raw a day without poisoning yourself, but if you want to eat a whole lot of them, you got to cook them, or they will poison you. I think they have arsenic or something. I don't know.
Perennial peanut.
Which is finally taken off. Got some weeds around it I need to take, but yeah, edible flowers. Society garlic. Didn't show you the other society garlic over there, but we got society garlic. It's not really garlic, but it smells and tastes like garlic, and it's what we can grow here in Florida because garlic is a pain in the ass to try to grow. But I planted this grape over here way too low, and it started cracking right here a long time ago. But it's still growing, but it's only a matter of time until it dies. So I did the soil, shoved the vine through, and I've already done it once with that, and I know it works. And look, you can see right there. You can barely see it, but I can see some roots right there poking through. And this has only been here for maybe a month. They'll produce the roots pretty damn fast. Now just shove it on there. I'm gonna take this axe in though. Forget it. My Barbados cherry going crazy. The limbs are touching the ground. Holy crap. That thing is just going nuts. That has the highest vitamin C content of almost any plant, I believe, on Earth. The Barbados cherry. So that's your immune system plant. If you can come over here. What is this, baby?
Sweet almond.
What does it do?
Smells amazing.
Yeah, but it does more than just that.
Well, I don't know what it does.
It brings in the butterflies and the bees.
Oh, yeah. Duh.
Yeah, and it does smell amazing. We got a little bit of okra. I don't know if they're able to grow once it's going to start getting cool. I know they're more of a summer one here in Florida, but I don't know. So this bigger one, I already got some okra going, so at least I'll get some okra before the cold comes. So, but live and learn, you know. Got a little fig tree, and this one was nothing, and then it broke off in a storm. And it was in a pot and it broke off, and that's where the other fig tree that I showed you earlier in the video actually came from. I just stuck the top of it right in the ground and it grew the other little fig tree. But this is the mama fig tree the other one came from. So some of these plants are super easy to grow extras, but you just snap it off and shove it in the ground and have another one. But yeah, it's looking good. More pigeon feed. More pigeon feed. And this is the big old pigeon feed. Wow. I think it's about how big they get. They might get a little bit bigger, but it should be making some damn beans soon. I mean, it's fucking big enough. So soft.
Excuse me. Yes.
And it won't be too much longer for this to the top of the house. Probably doesn't look that big on the video, but it's almost twice as tall as I am.
What do you got, Addie?
She's been looking at. So I'll go help her real quick. Hold on. These are my yams. I got purple and white yams.
So these were falling apart, but then we ended up putting some bamboo stakes and tying it together, the vines onto the stake, and now they're holding each other up. So hopefully they start filling it in the middle.
They're heavy. They are remarkably heavy. They don't look like it, but yeah, these are pointed this way. The weight is pulling them straight. These vines are stupid heavy. I should have done better stakes. I need to get like metal poles or something but these are metal poles, but they still broke. Oh yeah, I guess we'll talk about the yams. These are my yams, the African yams, ube, Dioscorea alata, whatever you want to call them. They make these little bowl bills, you know, and this is how they reproduce. This is what makes them slightly invasive, and their cousin that is inedible, Dioscorea bulbifera, is poisonous and highly invasive. But these are little ones it's making. Look at these big old mamas. And there's probably, honestly, I probably have 1,000 of them on this one stake. You can't even find them all. They're hard to even pull out. Like, they're just everywhere. There's no end to them. You don't eat them. You can eat them. Like, if I was starving, I would eat them, of course. They are edible. But they produce a root underground, which is a staple crop around the world, and it's delicious. We've had it before. And yeah, that's that about the yams. I'm going to plant more of them and stuff. See, more cranberry hibiscus or stuff, the branch in the ground. We got some stuff in pots that I started that we're going to be planting soon. These are dwarf pomegranates. They're not supposed to get too big. I got one here, and I have two here. And the same thing, I had to prune this one because it was getting like this, you know, getting too long. So I pruned it and stuck it in, and now I got another free plants. Free plants are the best plants, right? And I got my soursop here, which I don't think are going to survive in my climate, but I'm going to try. I'm going to place, I got 20 of them. I'm going to place all over the yard, and I just want just one to survive, because even if I don't have another one to produce fruit or anything, the leaves and the anti-cancer properties of that plant alone, even if I don't get fruit from it, I want that. So I'm going to try to get some of the soursop that lives somewhere. Man, it's getting dark out. You got my blackberry bush, which you can't, by looking at it, you can't tell how big it is, but these tendrils are incredibly long, because this snakes, and I've snaked, and I just keep weaving it. So they're getting out of hand. This blackberry bush is getting out of hand. I ought to snake it through and just let it go down the hill.
So more pigeon?
More pigeon pea. I don't know if I should prune these. I'm not gonna. I just want to see how they get. Got a pumpkin over here. I thought I'd lead you this way yesterday. I want it to go right here. There we go. I want it to come out and snake it that way. Ooh, hello you. This thing has been looking nice, huh? Looks like it liked when I dug its roots out. It was buried a little bit too deep. Not too bad though. Put on some more growth. Got more Mexican sunflower. I got it everywhere from my other plant.
More sweet potatoes. We're gonna move this guy
soon. But yeah, this is another Suriname cherry. We're gonna have to move the Mexican sunflower because I have it everywhere. We're gonna have to move that, whatever that plant is, also. More sweet potato, which I did dig up a sweet potato from here today, but there's probably a shitload of sweet potatoes in there. Another pumpkin. This one's much larger. Coming out all the way over there. I need to throw some more compost and stuff on it, but I did hit it with the fertilizer and come out here. I buried a little bit of the vine to help with the vine borers. You just keep burying the vine, that helps against it. So I'm just gonna have that snake all the way down. Here's some bigger bananas. These are also like smaller varieties, but they've gotten big. This one is the Grand Maine banana, and this one's Vinci Cool. They both max height is supposed to be about 10 foot. And it's just that delicious banana. But these aren't supposed to taste like your normal bananas. Like, they're different. It's supposed to have a unique flavor. What's next, baby? It's up to you.
Another mulberry.
Another mulberry. And this is
White Pakistan.
Yeah, my white Pakistani. And as you can see, you can point the camera up. It's under an oak tree. You know, not sun at all. Dappled light the entire day, and it's growing like crazy. And this thing was tiny when I put it in here. And a lot of this stuff, it's hard to describe how small it was. But here's the side. I left this out here so I wouldn't forget the name of the bananas. But but now I've remembered it. But yeah, see, it says brand name. That's the banana. It came in this. So this big freaking tree was maybe this big. little. Just a little. And so yeah, these plants, they were tiny when they went in. We got our lemon over here. This is right. Variegated lemon, and the fruit is going to come out like variegated like the leaves, so it kind of looks like a watermelon, like a tiny watermelon, but it's a lemon, and this thing does have thorns. Got my miracle berry over here, right under the lemon, and the miracle berry changes your taste buds so that everything sour tastes sweet for a little bit. This is very cool. I had it at a nursery once and then had some lemons, and it just tastes like you're drinking lemonade. Pretty cool. Another passion fruit, but this one is the purple passion fruit. This one's supposed to be the best tasting one, better than the yellow one. And it's going up, and it's gone.
Yeah, I wish we had better lighting for us to show you how far it goes up, but maybe we'll do a video some other time in better lighting.
I'd say it's probably about 15 foot for now, but it won't be too long before it reaches that other big branch up there, and then you'll be able to see it. And what happened here? How? This thing has always been this way, and if it fell, it'd fall this way. How did it get up here?
I don't know.
Huh. Plants can move. That's weird. Dang, we're almost done now, I guess. We got some papaya, I haven't planted yet, but more katuk. As you can see, like all the other ones in the shade, it gets this weird funky leaves.
It's getting dark, you can't see over here.
Oh wow, the camera looks like black and white almost. It is not that dark out here. Crazy.